I'm Andrew Chu, Director of Research at the Institute. In this video, we'll be talking about workforce challenges, a topic that's been closely watched by businesses, educators, and the general public. Many people have heard about the current difficulties in hiring and retaining workforce that businesses and organizations of all types are facing. In this video, I'll share some data on this issue in Pennsylvania and talk a bit about why it's such a complex problem to solve. There's been a nationwide phenomenon that's been called the Great Resignation, in which workers are leaving jobs to seek higher wages, to move to another location, or because they've reevaluated their career field. The quit rate represents the share of workers in a given month who choose to leave their job. The quit rate fell during the early months of the pandemic, but from the middle of 2020 and all through 2021, it followed an upward trend, higher than pre-pandemic levels, and it hasn't yet turned around. At the same time, the unemployment rate reached near or below pre-pandemic levels in the second half of 2021. Layoffs and other terminations initiated by employers have fallen well below pre-pandemic levels as well, as employers attempt to retain workers whenever they can, as any open position can be very difficult to fill. The labor force is a statistic that represents the total available workforce, the number of people who are either working or actively seeking work. In 2021, the labor force in northeastern Pennsylvania grew at a slower pace than the number of jobs. Some have cited temporary increases to unemployment benefits during the pandemic as a reason why fewer workers are in the labor force. However, this is a relatively small part of the big picture. While those extended benefits have expired, the labor market has remained very tight. One issue is a long-term demographic problem. The population of our region, the state, and the nation have grown at a slower pace than the number of jobs over the past decade. Lackawanna and Luzerne counties saw employment growth of nearly 4% between 2010 and 2019, despite a small decline in total population. Another challenge limiting the potential workforce are barriers to employment. In light of these demographic trends, our continued economic growth relies on enabling as many people to participate in the economy as possible. However, for some, participating in the labor force comes with obstacles. Barriers to the workforce can include lack of skills or credentials needed for the available jobs. Making education and job training accessible is critical to helping potential workers into the workforce. Among online job postings from the last 30 days in the Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and Hazleton metro area, some of the most in-demand licenses and certifications were registered nurse, commercial driver's license, first aid or CPR certification, certified nursing assistant, and life support. Job skills that were among the most commonly cited in the job postings included Microsoft Office, manufacturing or mechanical skills, retail sales skills including cash handling and merchandising, forklift operation, bilingual, especially Spanish, and other technology skills. In addition to skills gaps, there are other barriers that keep able-bodied working-age adults out of the labor force. Lack of transportation is one such challenge. As of 2019, about 1 in 9 households in the region don't have a car, and even more have fewer cars than there are adults in the household. In the past few decades, employment has become much more decentralized and work schedules more varied, so public transit is not always a feasible alternative. Lack of childcare is another major barrier keeping parents out of the workforce. Affordability is part of the problem. For example, a 2-parent family may choose to have one parent stay home rather than devote a large portion of the second parent's wages to childcare. Capacity in childcare centers is also an issue, especially as the childcare centers themselves are facing difficult staffing challenges. An article in our most recent quarterly economy tracker noted that the lack of childcare appears to be a common cause of lost work time, even for parents who are in the labor force. Solutions to the childcare gap are multifaceted and include closing the affordability gap with subsidy programs, promoting high-quality affordable pre-K, and ensuring an adequate childcare workforce. Much of the data and analysis I've talked about can be found in the Institute's most recent Quarterly Economy Tracker, Policy Tracker, Community-Based Research Task Force reports, and the Regional Indicators Report. All of these are available for free on our website, institutepa.org. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to continuing to bring you the latest data-driven insights for Northeastern Pennsylvania.